Hypothalamus, literally the core of our brain and the most primitive and unancient structure of our brain, which is at the size of approximately 1 centimeter cubic. And weirdly enough, this is the most important region of our brain because this is literally a center which regulates so many hormones. It literally is the only structure which regulates all of those hormones, like growth hormone and so many others. So let's go. We I think we can subdivide it in several regions, but we're gonna do this slightly different. Basically, this is anterior part. So basically, there's in that direction there's some eyes, basically our face, and this is correspondingly or respectively back part, posterior part. First of all, we have median nuclei, which are here, and there are some subdivisions approximately. This is not precise, but this is the way how I've been learning it 3 years ago. Median preoptic nucleus, median preoptic nucleus, medial optic nucleus, preoptic nucleus, then ventrolateral preoptic nucleus, and preoptic periventricular nucleus. Basically, the most important function of those nuclei is sexual function, but not only. And it's actually very interesting because some of those nuclei can be slightly dimorphic in males and females, and those nuclei can really determine sexual behavior. Really, I guess. Oh, there's some sound at the outside. I'm sorry. I guess maybe this is ventrolateral preoptic nucleus, maybe, but really, I don't know. I wonder what about my nucleus in my brain because I'm not so normal. What am I talking about? Anterior hypothalamic nucleus. Anterior hypothalamic nucleus. I don't remember exactly exact function, but basically the main function of all of these nucleus is secretory nucleus, secretory function, the secretion of certain hormones, and it is might be like oxytocin and some of the others. Then we have supraoptic nucleus. Supraoptic. It is called supraoptic because there's optic chiasm somewhere there. Actually, it's denoted here. Yes, optic chiasm. Optic chiasm, and it is literally on top of it, kinda. And suprachiasmatic nucleus is much closer to optic chiasm. Right. Suprachiasmatic nucleus is actually enormously important for regulation of clocks, kind of biological clocks or chemical clocks in all of our cells, literally. This is such an important one, meaning there are so many inputs coming into it. We no need even to learn all of the inputs. There are huge amount. Just need to know that there are huge amount of inputs and huge amount of outputs. Because again, this is central regulator of our brain, and it is located literally here in this kind of tubercle or eminence. It is somewhere here, such a small one. This is just millimeters, literally cubic millimeters, and they are responsible for regulation of all of our cells. And then we have periventricular nucleus, and paraventricular nucleus. This one is so much bigger, and this is literally on top, basically dorsal part. And then at the bottom we have very important one, which is arcuate nucleus. This is very big one somewhere here. Arcuate nucleus, which is responsible mainly for secretion of so many hormones. Really, they are really huge amount. We actually can list all of them here because I have some description. I need to review that. Actually, we can do that right now. Arcuate nucleus. Neuroendocrine neurons secrete various amount of neurotransmitters and neuropeptides, such as neuropeptide gamma, gonadotropin releasing hormone, agouti-related peptide, cocaine and amphetamine regulated transcript, kisspeptin, a little bit of dopamine, substance P, growth hormone releasing hormone, neurokinin B, beta endorphin, melanocyte stimulating hormone, and somatostatin. Yeah, this is from here. And these are just, this means infundibulum. This is a part, like little stem, which connects hypothalamus to the pituitary, which is located below. And there are actually some connections, literally some of the nuclei connected from some white matter tracts. They are not all of them, but some of them, like probably periventricular, maybe supraoptic or anterior nuclei. They are literally white matter tracts which are coming here. and connect to posterior pituitary. And it's also called kind of neuropituitary because pituitary is actually can be subdivided into three parts, but most importantly, two parts, which is anterior and posterior. Posterior is kind of neuronal tissue because it is connected through neuronal pathways with some of the parts of the hypothalamus. And anterior part is kind of separated and it is connected with this part through vein. So basically, secretions occur here, then they enter some vein, and they going into pituitary, anterior pituitary, and there are some very important cells. Then we have uh, dorsomedial nucleus, if I'm not mistaken, DM, dorsomedial nucleus. I don't remember exact function, but maybe we can read it here. Yeah, the dorsomedial hypothalamic nucleus is involved in feeding, basically probably satiety, drinking, body weight regulation, and circadian activity. Oh yeah, actually, if I'm not mistaken, this nucleus also sends some extensive projection into this nucleus. Right. The dorsal medial nucleus receives its circadian information from, yes, right, suprachiasmatic nucleus, both directly and via supraparaventricular zone, and senses leptin and other feeding cues. The dorsal medial hypothalamic nucleus sends information to the ventrolateral preoptic area, which is somewhere here, ventrolateral preoptic area, and also locus coeruleus and orexinergic neurons. Orexinergic neurons are located on the lateral hypothalamus because we are looking from side, and this is anterior, posterior, and this side is lateral, and somewhere there, like there, their medial side, and there is some third ventricle, and this is it. Mm-hmm. We also have posterior nucleus, which is here, PN, posterior nucleus. Then we have lateral nucleus. It is represented here, but again, it is kind of on this side. It is pretty big nucleus, and it is also strongly involved into sleep, really, because when we are going into sleep, there's some multiple production of certain hormones which are allowing us to transition into sleep. Basically, maybe orexin or how those hormones are called, something like that. We also have tuberous mammillary nucleus, TMN. It is somewhere here on the back part. Tuberous mammillary nucleus. It is very interesting nucleus because there is a pathway. I don't remember exactly, but there's probably I should check it. But there is a pathway which secretes dopamine probably. I don't remember where it's going. I actually can check it. Well, let's continue. This one, mammillary bodies, which are strongly involved into memory. There are actually so many parts of it, like at least medial or lateral, maybe like external or internal. Basically, there are many subdivisions, but most importantly is that it is a part of Papez circuit. Basically, it has some input from definitely from hippocampus, which is this one, and then it is processes it and through mammillothalamic tract going more superiorly. There is thalamus, and it's going into anterior part. Then from anterior part of the thalamus, it is going kind of even superior into anterior cingulate cortex. There's whole circuit. It's very interesting. So nerve fibers. Projections to areas caudal to the hypothalamus go through the medial forebrain bundle, the mammulotegmental tract, the dorsal longitudinal fasciculus. Oh, this one is very interesting. Then projections to areas rostral to the hypothalamus are carried by mammillothalamic tract, the fornix, and stria terminalis. Projections to areas of the sympathetic motor system are carried by the hypothalamus spinal tract. Neurons in the VOLT and SFO, these are some of the circumventricular regions of the brain, project to the supraoptic nucleus and paraventricular nucleus, and also to preoptic hypothalamic area. The hypothalamus contains neurons that react strongly to steroids and glucocorticoids. It is also contains specialized glucose sensing neurons in the arcuate nucleus and ventromedial hypothalamus. Then preoptic area. Median median preoptic nucleus is located along the midline in a position significantly dorsal to the other three preoptic nuclei. The median preoptic nucleus generates first, like if you want to drink, basically. Drinking decreases noradrenaline release in this area. The medial preoptic nucleus bounded laterally by the lateral preoptic nucleus and medially by the preoptic periventricular nucleus. It releases uh, gonadotropin releasing hormone GnRH, if I'm not mistaken. Mhm. It releases GnRH, also controls copulation in males, and it's larger in males than in females. Ah, right. The medial preoptic nucleus, basically this one, right? This one is a sexually dimorphic kind of medial preoptic nucleus. Mm, ventromedial hypothalamic nucleus, ventromedial hypothalamic, which is here, is involved in terminating hunger, fear, thermoregulation, and sexual activity. It has four subdivisions: anterior, dorsomedial, ventrolateral, and central. The ventromedial hypothalamic nucleus is most commonly associated with satiety. Arcuate nucleus, yes, we will be reading about that. And last one, the lateral hypothalamus or lateral nucleus, which is again on the lateral side. Primary or synergic nucleus, inputs from medial prefrontal cortex and central nucleus of the amygdala. Outputs, tuberomammillary nucleus, arcuate nucleus, periventricular nucleus of the hypothalamus. The orexin system also projects onto the ventral tegmental area, locus coeruleus, rave nuclei, peduncular-pontine nuclei, and lateral dorsal tegmental nucleus. Other output regions include the mm, ventromedial hypothalamus, medial and lateral septal nuclei, amygdala, zona incerta, periaqueductal gray matter, lateral habenula, diagonal band of Broca, substantia innominata, striatum minalis, prefrontal cortex, rostral, rostral ventral lateral and medial medulla, nucleus ambiguous, dorsal nucleus of Vegas, and solitary nucleus, and etc. Yeah, that's it. I hope you learned something. Thank you for attention and appreciate your hypothalamus.